Welcome to the Mesonet Weather Report. I'm Wes Lee. Fall temperatures finally arrived, and with them came some much-needed rain for parts of the state. As of Thursday morning, this 5-day rainfall map shows rain scattered across all parts of the state. A couple of the driest parts getting decent rains were the end of the Panhandle and the South Central region. The wettest Mesonet station was the Newport station near Ardmore, recording 4.65 inches of rain. The radar indicated rainfall shown by the 2.5-mile color pixels on the map indicate even higher amounts in the southeastern tip of the state, but no Mesonet station was close enough to record the actual rainfall total. This rain tremendously helped soil moisture totals, especially in the south central region. From Norman to Walters to Durant, the fractional water index went from very dry to very wet on the 4-inch sensor. But we still see the brown band across far southwest up to Osage County, along with Harper County, where soil moisture is severely limited. After a very warm September, we finally got to see high temperatures back down to normal ranges. Forecasted for Saturday will even be temps well below normal, but then expect a return to higher than normal temperatures for next week. Gary is up next with some longer-term maps for the state.
Thanks, Wes, and good morning, everyone. Well, we had some really good rains, and that's awesome. Unfortunately, they came after the 7 a.m. Tuesday cutoff for this week's drought monitor map, so we'll see those improvements hopefully on next week's map. But let's take a look at this week's map and see where we're at. Well, unfortunately, we saw more worsening rather than improvements. We did see some removal of drought across the far eastern part of Oklahoma. That's a leftover from last week's really good rainfall over in that region. But we also saw some increases in drought across the southwestern half of the state, especially down across the south central and southwestern parts. Remember, southwestern Oklahoma is where that long-term drought holds sway, and the rest of the state, at least across the southwestern half, is where that flash drought is occurring. Also up in north central Oklahoma, we still have that long-term drought area up there, so hopefully lots of improvements coming next week. We take a look at the topsoil moisture, percent short to very short from the USDA. Remember, these are before the good rains, so 71% of the state with short to very short topsoil moisture conditions. That's in line with the states around us. Kansas at 72, Texas 78%. New Mexico and Louisiana a little bit worse, 80 and 83%, so hopefully everybody got some good rains and we can improve much of the southern plains. Subsoil moisture, not too much better, but at least it is an improvement. 67% of the state with short to very short conditions in those subsoils. So again, these are maps that we should see improvements in as we get into next week. And let's talk about next week. What's the weather looking like for that period? Well, we do see the above normal temperatures coming back to the state. All of Oklahoma sees increased odds of above normal temperatures. When we look at the precipitation, we do see we're in increased odds of below normal precipitation. It's not drastically below, or at least the odds aren't drastically below. So hopefully this moves on out of here and we get back to some rainy times like we saw last week and this week. So it doesn't take a lot of rainfall to get out of flash drought. It does take a lot of rainfall to get out of that long-term drought up in north central and southwest Oklahoma. So those are the areas we really need to concentrate that rainfall in. That's it for this time. We'll see you next time on the Mesonet Weather Report.